Hey, what's up everybody? I'm KB Kwan. Welcome back to my channel Taste of Asian Food. Today I want to show you how to prepare a coffee bun. A coffee bun that is a homegrown coffee bun from Malaysia. And if you know about this company called Rotiboy, I'm pretty sure that you know what I'm talking about. And Rotiboy is a local bakery which is now already been transformed into a chain store. It is very successful. So today I would like to show you how to prepare the coffee bun that inspired by Rotiboy. The bun consists of three parts: the dough itself, the butter encased inside the dough, and the coating on top. That is the coffee crust. So these are the ingredients required to make the dough: the bread flour, egg, sugar, yeast, milk powder, some salt, some butter, and water. The filling encased inside the dough is pretty straightforward: ice cold frozen butter. For the crust on top of the bun, we need more butter, sugar, some flour, egg, some instant coffee granules, and some water. Let's make the dough. Combine all these ingredients in a mixing bowl: the flour, sugar, salt, milk powder, the active dry yeast, instant yeast, and egg, and water. You can use an electric mixer with a dough hook to mix the dough, but today I'll just use hand to knead the dough. After a few minutes of kneading, add the butter and continue kneading to incorporate the butter into the dough. Continue kneading the dough until all the butter has fully incorporated and until it starts to clump together and become shiny and start to become elastic. Now you can see that the dough is no longer sticky and it is free from the surface of the bowl. Continue working on the dough until the dough becomes very elastic and be able to pull out thinly to become paper thin. Stretch the dough to become paper thin. This is called window pane test. Make sure it passes this test. That means that now the dough is ready. Can you see that? Return the dough to the mixing bowl and then cover with a piece of wet cloth and set it aside until the dough doubles its size. While waiting for the dough to double its size, let's make the topping. This is the instant coffee. I'm going to add some water to dilute it. Now make the topping. This is the instant coffee powder with some water to dissolve it. Combine the softened butter with the sugar. When it becomes light and fluffy and the color turns pale, add the egg and also the coffee. After that, add the flour and continue mixing until it becomes smooth. After that, transfer this mixture into a piping bag. If you do not have piping bag, you can use any plastic bag will do. Transfer the mixture into a piping bag. Now let's take a look at the dough. Yeah, it's already double in size. And let's punch it down and transfer it to a workplace. Knead the dough briefly and then divide the dough into 6 equal portions. I've done this a few times and I encounter a problem. That is, the butter that is melted inside the dough leak out during baking. So for today, I'll try to solve this problem by dividing this dough into 2 portions, one small portion and the other bigger portion. First, I'll use the small portion to wrap the frozen butter nicely, and then I'll use the larger portion to cover it and encase the small portion that contains the butter inside. So it's like a double layer, and I find that this is a much better way and it really prevents the butter from leaking out. Take one portion of the dough, cut about 1/3, and the other part just roll it, round it and set aside. And for the smaller portion, spread it out. And then place one part of the frozen dough inside. Seal it up nicely this way. So the seals is on top, set aside, and then for the larger portion, roll it out again. And then put it on top. Seal the bottom. Round it nicely and then transfer to the baking tray. Now wait for it to double its size. The buns have doubled the size now, so it's time for me to put on the topping. Baking at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. So I have in fact baked it for 20 minutes because I need the crust on top to be really crispy. Let's take a look at the bun. It's like hollow, it's very crispy. You press on it, see? It's just like biscuit. Let's cut it into half and see how is it inside. This coffee bun is quite special because it has a crust on top which is like biscuit. When you bite on it, it just cracks. And inside at the center, there is a melted butter. When you bite on it, it just oozes out into your mouth. And this is a recipe that is inspired by Rotiboy, one of the famous bakery in Malaysia. And if you like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up, tap the notification and give me a like. I will leave the recipe in the description below the video, and also I will add the recipe at the end of this video for your convenience. Until the next videos, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.